I talk to a spirit. She comes in my dreams.
What is the path to awakening supposed to look like? To feel like? How do you know if you are on it? We ask these very sacred and sometimes vulnerable questions to many different women from all walks of life. A conversation that needs to be shared and heard. I'm Jo Hendy.
I'm Amanda Parker.
And welcome to the Girl Awakening podcast. Okay, hello Amanda. Welcome to our Wednesday night.
Yes, we're doing a bit of a very special event today where we're getting to talk to somebody on the other side of the world, but in a very different time zone. So we're having a lovely dinner, conversation.
Yes.
We're about to spend our evening with someone who's going to spend their morning with us.
Yeah.
It's going to be rather special.
Very special, very special. Like all of our Girl Awakening podcasts are, and our guests are always so magical. We'll use that word today. And being, for this lady, it's her first time probably sharing her journey in a platform like this, which I know our listeners are going to love. This will be right up their alley, just from reading her bio earlier. I'm so excited to listen to her journey and just unravel it all.
Absolutely. And it feels from the very beginning that we've been drawn together for, I'll say again, that word magical reason. And not that we've let anybody know that this person is going to be coming out as an episode, but by sharing some of her stories on our Girl Awakening Instagram, we've had people come to us and say, I love this person. I've been following this for such a while. She really touches me. So I can't wait for this episode to come out and actually excite them very much.
Yay. So today we have the lovely Marie Eitz. Is that
correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She is an artist, an intuitive writer, and the creator of Magic Alchemy, a soulful project that weaves together art, spirituality, and the beauty as a way to awaken the soul. Born in Brazil, she earned a law degree and became a qualified lawyer. But her spiritual and creative journey had long been quietly unfolding, guided by a deep longing for truth, connection, and meaning. And I think we're about to hear a little about that. Welcome, Marie. Thank you for joining us this morning for you.
Thank you so much for having me with you. I'm very nervous, as I said.
Yeah, it's okay. You won't be the first that's been nervous. And even sometimes for us too, we still get, the butterflies in the tummy, but it's always a good thing.
Yes, I guess we need to overcome our fears.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
and I was going to say, often, when we have, I'll say, like a public identity that's away from us in person, we are already well known by people, but when it comes to these opportunities to be very personal, it is quite a different experience.
Social media, you can actually, with Magic Alchemy, I can stay on the background and just put my words and don't show myself that often. So it's quite a distance. So now when I show myself, it's like a more vulnerability.
Yeah. And we know now that, absolutely. That's where some of our most powerful gifts and lie in that vulnerability if we're willing to kind of step into it. So we're learning that one. We're learning that one.
So we actually know ourselves is meeting our vulnerability or fears and shadows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, beautifully said.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. We're going to start with our first question, Marie, and carry the journey further in space of how did your awakening begin?
I was thinking about this question because I know you started this question. And it's really hard to answer because I cannot say exactly how it started because I came from a family that was kind of spiritual, let's say it this way. My grandma, she was a masseuse,
Yeah.
that's the word, and she used it to heal people to massage. She was very qualified. She did courses, everything. But for us, she told us that she actually prayed while she was doing the massage.
Ah,
So she used to say that she healed with her hand, and she was even kicked out from the church because
yeah,
they thought she was a witch.
yeah.
Because people around all the city she lived came to her for to be healed. As that I remember was a man that he couldn't walk. Like men need to carry him because my grandma house wasn't a house um, for people with a wheelchair.
Yes, yes,
Come
yes.
to carry everything, and she made him to walk. Like so, and the doctor said that he couldn't walk anymore. So she was really good at. And then
Yeah.
the church
Mhm.
cut out. So was this my grandfather? My grandfather used it to receive entities.
Yeah.
And so, and he talked different language. My grandma always talked to him. I never met him, just my grandma. She was the one that raised me, so I was very close to her. And he received many entities in different part of the world. I remember she told me once that he received one entity, and she used to have a, I call in Portuguese, altar, a
Wow.
place that you put like Jesus, Virgin Mary,
Yes, yes.
and
Altar, an altar. Yes. Mm.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
with candles. She light candles and pray, and she always had beautiful fresh flowers as well. And this entity in my body of my grandpa touched the flower, and when he touched the flower just undone, like all around.
Whoa.
And he apologized, and then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. The place I came didn't match the energy. I do have." Like flowers even more beautiful than that, but not like this one. So I wanted to touch. He said, like very different. So I
Mm.
was growing up, but I need to hide this story. My grandma always said, "Don't tell anyone about that because they're gonna
Mm.
think you are crazy. They're gonna
Mm.
think you are a witch, or they're gonna kick you out from the places." So I was
Mm.
growing up well, knowing that this spiritual world was there, but I
Mm.
couldn't talk too much about this because
Mm.
in my house was kind of taboo. Let's say,
Yeah.
don't you
Yeah.
know it's there, but don't talk.
Yeah.
So even when I was child, I listen and I see things. My sister was even more. She was very, very, very. So I was around this. And this, how can I explain? Like I knew there is something more, not
Yeah.
just this reality. I always was involved with that. But I think um, what then actually we kind of forget about this for a time, and you go with the life. We living your
Yeah.
life and forgetting about this and everything. I was
Mm.
kind of afraid of that as well because when you cannot understand something, you
Yeah.
naturally fear. This
Mm.
is, and I followed this path for a while, and then when I was close to get married, I had a panic attack, a very,
Ah.
very, very big panic attack, and I couldn't work. I couldn't go to university. I stopped my life, everything, and I start to feel unwell, like all negative thoughts. Was the quite interesting part here is the doctor said panic attack, but
Yeah.
at the day I start to feel bad. My sister that was in different city, and at the time she didn't have phone, she didn't have anything, so she went to a public phone. The night I start to feel bad, she called me the next day in the morning, and she was crying. I was crying because I couldn't sleep because I was feeling unwell. And then she was crying. She said, "Are you okay?" And then I say, "No." And I start to cry. And then she said, "I was praying for you all night." She said, "A man like all black, dressing all black, he came to me and say, 'No matter how much you pray, no matter what you do, I'm gonna take your sister with me today.'" And
Oh,
then
wow.
she started to pray. So I'm not sure now if she felt how what happened, but the doctor said panic attack, and she said someone want to get
Mm.
me. And this
Yeah.
is because I was already afraid of this other world, and then I would say, "Oh my God, what is going on? Like, will take me to
Mhm.
where?" And then this shake me a lot, and then I
Mm.
stop everything and question the meaning of life and what I'm doing here. I look to people and I said, "But what they are thinking, what they have in their mind, like they are worried with something. There is something else. What is going on?" And this take a while The doctor gave me medicine, of course, to try to recover myself. I don't recommend that, but once I start to once I start to take medicine, I start shaking and like I feel worse, like no feeling, like a robot, no feeling. So I throw away and look for a holistic therapist. And then she gave me like florals and other kind of treatment. And in 2-3 months I will start to recover myself. And then since then I start to my spiritual journey back in track. I was searching for everything, like different meanings, like Hindu and even Christian. And then I start to be afraid of spirituality because they want to take over of my body. No, it's not going to happen. So I try to protect myself in the other kind of ways. I even studied with Jehovah Witness for 3 years.
Yeah.
And
Trying to suppress it.
yeah, I was there. Like they are lovely people, very nice. But then wasn't for me. Once you, oh, what I'm doing here, and then
Yeah.
you, because is I think is how your awakening path is. You go to different directions and go experience things,
Yes. Yep.
and you know when you are in the right track because your heart will vibrate with, yes, that makes sense. Or if you're not, will be the opposite, like pressure with, no, it's not for me. So it's what I was going, but also listen to my inner voice. That's not for me, that's for me, that's not for me. And I'm still going to this path.
Yeah.
And but for me, when you are in the very low in your life, for like I was, I think normally is for you is like a when you put an arrow, they put you back, but then they
Yes.
throw with the intense, like more strong to the for your path where you should go.
Yes.
So what this make me believe that even when I am like now in my worst moments, I'm absolutely sure that is for me to give a jump,
Yeah.
to learn something, to I need to I need to give a big step. So now I'm not more afraid with this.
I thank you. I just want to acknowledge exactly what you just shared there, Marie, because a lot of the conversations we're having at the moment have been very much in that space, and the fear wants us to retreat and stay comfortable, even though we're not comfortable, stay small or stay closed and locked in a container that doesn't fit us anymore. And as you say, like to trust that, to pull the bow back and let the arrow fly and expand and leap forward, and
Yeah,
trust that there is something there waiting for us to learn, to embrace, to support us.
So
Thank you
true.
for affirming that.
Yeah.
it's just how I see it is. And
Yeah.
since there, I think it is continue. It's like everything make you think or feel different. So I'm far from finish the awakening path. I think it's just always developing in front of you because I change my mind so many times. Sometimes I believe in that, sometimes I believe in that, and then change everything. Something happened. Oh, it's that, and then we are always unfolding our path.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm the middle now. Maybe if one day I come back to the podcast, we're gonna have, oh, actually, I don't think this way anymore.
Enlightened.
Yeah.
A revelation.
I think the one thing that I love too, it's what Amanda touched on as well, is that, you know, we're never alone in even no matter where we are on our journey. When we get honest and we start talking and communicating about where we actually are, it allows other people, allows space for other people to share where they're at. And it usually is, you know, we're all on a very similar path.
Yes.
I just said to my husband tonight, we were talking about freedom and whether we would go free this lifetime. And I was like, no, I don't think I've got a lot to clear. I've got a lot to work through. And he's like, no, I think this might be the lifetime. And it's so interesting to hear other people's views on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Can you repeat that?
I was just going to say, it's just interesting to hear other people's views on that. And, you don't have to put time and space in there either.
No.
It's like we're all so connected on the planet. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're over there and it's the morning and we're here and it's night. We're all very, very connected.
Yeah, it's all about vibration as well.
Yeah.
I do think we can form for the bad and for the good. Like the
Yeah.
more you connect with your inner higher self, this will vibrate something good, and we connect with the other people that are vibrating the same. So we
Yeah.
are kind of I don't know. We call egrégora in Portuguese. Egrégora. Ah, I should learn this one.
That's good.
This is perfect.
Expansion.
No, egrégora. It's like a big bowl of the same energy.
Oh,
yes.
yes. Like
a mixing bowl, like
an orb, or like a something like that. Like
or a pond, or
Google Translate will help me.
yeah. This is fun.
This is fun.
So sorry.
We're expanding our vocabulary as well.
I should learn that in English, but when I write, normally it's in Portuguese, and then I just translate.
Yes.
And it's beautiful how different languages, because different languages have so many different intonations with a word, isn't it? Like English is a beautiful language, but it can be very limited in the meaning of something.
Yes.
Whereas, like, say, Japanese or Portuguese, a word can have so many different meanings by the intonation or the way that you apply it.
Expression of it.
Yeah. So I feel like.
And when you're not from this language, you actually don't know if what translate is actually translated the meaning that you wrote in the first language. So we just hope that is right. But the word is egregore. Egregore. Egregore.
Egregore.
I haven't heard of that either.
So
Egregore.
Egregore. I haven't heard of that.
Share the sentence that you wanted to apply in again, Marie. Say the sentence again.
It's like you create this egregore, sharing the same energy, and this is very powerful because this can this is what can change the world for the bad or good. So even we are that distance between us, if we are connected in this level, we make difference.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely true. And some people have been for a while now doing like a collective meditation. And quite a lot of people around the planet are organizing these collective meditations, and there's been even research for a while, but more so recently, that clearly shows that there's a change in frequency and the different outcomes and things like that with this collective energy and focus.
We are individuals, but we are making a big whole. We are one, as they always said.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think with the focus with your magical alchemy, I think is a comparison with that, because there's a beautiful alignment there with what you're sharing and how people connect to the frequency, the vibration of your message as much as the words.
Yes. I like Magic Alchemy to be like little reminds of how you can overcome situations, how you can know yourself, like the inner self, and remember that you have an inner self, like the light inside you. And like I always said, it's not just for them, it's for myself as well, because often we forget about this. We are so busy in your lives, and then we need something to bring us back to the path. So the intention of Magic Alchemy is keep on my track and help others to keep on their track as well.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Can I just ask, Marie, going back to just because you connected when you had the panic attack, obviously there was a spiritual crack happening, where the light wanted to say, come play. And you mentioned that you were about to get married. Was that something that, did that continue? Did you become married and then travel together with your partner, as in travel in life? Or was that something that kind of, because it's a big life decision, do you think that played a little bit of a part in that?
I got married.
Yeah.
I got married. I was very young. I think I was oh my God, 21, 22, around that.
Wow.
And got married. And I stayed married with him for 8 years, I think so. We came to UK together 1 year
Yeah.
after we broke up. But we are still friends. I'm the godmother of his kids, and he is the godfather of my kids. We
Oh,
are
Oh,
that's
very, yeah, because we end not like not hating each other.
yeah.
We walk together until that point. We respect each other until the very limit, and with why people start to hate someone just because you're not seeing him like a
Yeah.
husband, or like
Yeah.
this kind of, he's still a friend, he's still a human, so you don't need to cut like and hate just because you're not your partner anymore. So we
Mm.
continue friends like normal.
That's
It's
very
just
beautiful. Very conscious
which
of you guys to do that. It's really
mhm.
beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're going to move on to
Yes.
another question. So, when did you first notice a shift in your thoughts around the world?
Mm,
Like, and when I ask that question, I'm talking in concept of like systems and and rules and regulations and
mhm.
things like that, or even like TV or news or
I'm not sure if I got like how I see the world through the. I'm not sure if I got to what you want.
So from when you were sharing about how your spirituality called for you, and then you're experiencing different learnings in different areas of spirituality, from
Mm.
Jehovah's Witness to Buddhist to Ayurvedic to all the things. How did that compare to, say, everyday living, or what was happening in the everyday world, like the 3D or the 9 to 5 world? Like, did you find yourself shifting away from wanting to be a part of 9 to 5, or the you have to do things this way, or
did you
this
want
is
to
the
break
right
free
way?
of the system?
Part of me was always like that. I
Ah,
hate I hated routine. I
mm-hmm,
hated doing the same things the same time. Always like I feel like locked. So
mm,
when I choose law, for example, to study, my intention was to help people. But
mm.
it's really hard to do that if you're not in Brazil with the laws.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I my intention was to do that. Once I become a lawyer, I saw how difficult was that, how you need to follow that path that others
yeah,
create, and you cannot create your own path. You need to
yeah,
play as they want, so that's really frustrating. I think this already started to me, like, say, thinking that's not how I imagine myself living,
yeah,
close and just. And I my first job as a lawyer was in um, uh, a big office
yeah,
that deal it with companies. It's
yes,
completely against what I want, because even my work at the end was about humanity and how respect humanity. My end of work, and but I wanted to practice, so I went there, and this was the only job. I got fired, and
oh.
when I got and when I got fired,
Tricky.
the other lawyer said to me, "I'm sorry, you are too human for this job." Then,
Oh, classic.
That's a compliment.
Yes.
yeah, then I got, because I was sad, because when you got fired, you're proud, your
Yeah.
ego, like, oh, how, why, what I have done. And then when she said that, I said, okay, I can
Yeah.
live with that.
Yeah.
It's really fine.
Yeah. That's a nice
And
it's a nice way to be sacked.
yes, and then I even stopped to go to this path to be a lawyer, and I went to a notary office and work in the notary office. It's still with law and still with, but different, not lawyer anymore. I still had my license, but I didn't advocate, so I just stayed there, and then start to shift. But then I still thinking something is not right, because I
Mm,
start to stay a job, and you have the feeling, it's not right, it's not right. And
yeah.
then I don't even remember how, but I got the feeling to get off Brazil.
Yeah.
And then I talked with my partner at the time, and he's with this as well, because the company that he was working for years also was my god, broke.
Yep.
Bankrupt.
Bankrupt, broke.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. So it was confusing, like very big confusion. He said, "Oh, so let's do it." And then first the first thought was Australia. We
Ah,
tried, yeah, we was trying. Let's try to go to Australia, and then we see it. Then it was very difficult, and we gave up. Then we talk about Italy, and then we end up in UK.
yep.
And then I think this was the start as well. I changed my my perspective, let's say, because
Mm,
I was there in Brazil. I was a lawyer. I could have a path already tracked for me. Was I was married. My life was actually what they say. The book,
yep.
like I'm married, I have was university, it was all fine, but I still didn't feel happy. I still
Yeah.
didn't was missing something. So I came here and I start all again without the language, without it, no even my only phrase was my name is
Yeah.
what I need to say. And we start to then it's like a second chance in your life to do
Mm,
different. So this time I say no, I want to do something meaningful, something that will make the difference, like something will make my heart happy. And then when it start Magic Alchemy appeared, and then
oh,
I
wow.
start to I start to see different, I think. So not that I didn't see before, but I think
Mm,
I embody the change that I my my mind and my heart already wanted, but I had no courage to follow before.
yeah. Wow.
Not sure if I
Wow.
answered the question. Did I answer?
Yeah, no, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Sometimes I talk, I
Absolutely.
talk, I talk, I talk, I talk.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
think
spot
it's,
on.
yeah. I mean, I think it's amazing how, as you say, like when you shift countries, it gives you,
Mm,
or even shift sometimes cities, because cities can be so huge and impersonal.
mm,
It gives you an opportunity to completely begin again in the way that you have the freedom to choose.
mm.
But we don't
Yes,
often choose to be different. We often ignore all the things that are inside of us and go, I
exactly.
am this person, I do this.
Mm,
And so, as you say, to notice a shift in your thoughts around your inner world, what you
mm.
needed to do to make that happy was to actually be something quite different to who the person you were in your career in Brazil. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
One day I read something, I'm not sure if it will translate well, but it's like when you are in a place that everyone knows you, everyone
Mm.
knows how you are, what you do, this is kind of locked you
Yep.
out
Yep.
because
Yep.
you don't feel the freedom to be someone else because
Mm,
everyone is expecting from you what they expect. So it's hard for you to move. You're like
in a
locked,
box.
not move.
Yeah.
And once you move
Mm,
to a different country, people don't know you. People
mm-mm.
can you have a preconception of who you are, so
Yeah.
you create a space to be someone else, someone that you really want to be, without judgment, without people assume that you're going to do something. So I
Yeah.
think move sometimes is what you need when you feel stuck.
Absolutely.
Move from city, move from job, move, just change the
Move.
energy around you, give a
Yeah.
big shift.
That's a beautiful lesson right there in itself, when you're
Mm.
stuck, when you're feeling stuck in anything in life. Make a
Exactly.
decision and just try something different and just change the energy. It can make a big impact. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Mm.
gonna clean the carpet and
Yes.
oh, go. Yes.
Absolutely. So, what type of things started to happen for you once you made this big move and you've made the big decision to be on the path that you want to be? What type of things started happening
Mm.
around you?
Oh, of course, people change around
Yeah.
you because
Yeah.
when you change, people suddenly change. But I think it's not that people change, it's like we start to see different. So, uh, well, of course, you have a part of something, and not that my partner wasn't good, but we probably end up like with two different
Yes.
ways. So we are part as well,
Yeah.
and I think this is the most. And of course, with change, it's not always like very easy and flow.
Yeah.
We fall a lot because you
Yeah.
got lost. We need to start again. You need to create your path from the beginning. So
Mm.
um, was hard. Many times I was afraid to get a panic attack again because I'm a very anxious person
Yes.
since I was born.
Yeah.
And I need to learn how how to do things for myself as well,
Yeah.
not for others. Let's bring a very heavy subject. Not sure if you make okay, but when I was born, my mother died in childbirth,
Yes. Okay.
and she knew she could die. She had my sister, and she knew that she could die, and the doctor said that she should do the abortion. My father, everyone around her said, take out this baby, don't take the risk. And then she said, no, if you're gonna die, take your tea out. I'm gonna no, can I take a tea out? It was her explain.
Yeah.
I will have this baby. And she said, and she was a very, very Christian person. So she said, Jesus is not gonna take me, she said
Yes.
as well. And then she followed with the pregnancy. And then she died. So I grew up with the feeling that I need to prove myself to the world because she died. If she died and I'm alive, my life need to be meaningful. Like I need to do something with my life to worth her death. If I want to cry, I cannot talk about this subject because I always.
Me too. We have to do just.
But
Yeah.
so
Mm.
through my life, I need to let this feeling of prove myself to agree with everyone to do what people expect. So I I start to once I leave Brazil, I think I start to do things for my own, and of course this push people away. This make you see different, and I now I can say that I am more doing things for myself. I stop not that consciously. I know that wasn't my fault, but I grow up with this feeling that
Yeah.
was so. And what was the question?
No, I think it's
Yeah.
so something just
You went deeper.
We just broke into
Yeah.
something completely
deeper.
beautiful and way
Yeah.
deeper. It was so much more meaningful than
I'm
any of
so
our
sorry.
questions.
I
No,
go
no,
there.
no. Please don't apologize. It was absolutely perfect. And the thing that I kept getting is that your mum probably played a big part or a big role in you moving countries, so you could step out of the box that everyone had you in there, and that you are exactly where you are supposed to be.
I guess.
Oh, so beautifully. Your mum, you can kind of feel that your mum would be like, no, you need to be a flower, you need to blossom, and you need to do this, and you are touching like thousands of people by doing what you do on Instagram and all of that. It's like you're definitely doing.
She's
Yeah.
yeah, she's always with you as your angel, your very
Yeah.
own angel. You can
Yeah.
feel.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I went to therapy to process all this because sometimes I even think, well, I didn't have a mom because I never met her. And then my therapist said, no, you did have one mom. And now I become a mom. And it's so like it's sad and beautiful at the same time because I can see what I lost, what I couldn't have. And then but this make me be wanted to be so much better for my own kids. And this also changed. This is why I say it's difficult to give one specific fact that change you in this awakening path, because I think every single day something happened to you that make you think differently, change something, see differently. So it's really hard to me to name one action or one situation that changed because I think once you are in the awakening path consciously in your life, every single day you are changing. I'm not the same yesterday, I'm not the same before yesterday, I'm not going to be the same tomorrow. And this is a constantly changing and changing. So when you ask me, give me things that change, it's hard to me to try to
Yeah.
find, because like I said, I constantly change since my birth, like
Yeah.
changing and changing and changing.
Yeah. Have you started like people around you, are they more aligned with where you are now with Magic Alchemy? Like, are you meeting people
Is your
that
community that
are
way?
is your community a lot more conscious? Do you do you have deep conversations with people that you meet, and are you finding that you're attracting these people to you now that you're more open?
Now with Magic Alchemy, yes, but in my
Yeah.
personal life, it's not that much.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
that much. Of course, I have my sister is the same kind of mentality of me. My partner today, he actually wasn't. was nothing. He wasn't even a believer in anything. He didn't think anything happened after death. It's just bodies that die, and like was very, very skeptical, like
Yes. Yes.
nothing. And then once he met me, he said that something started to unfold on him, and now he's there, like praying,
Yeah.
like meditating and creating things with me, like so which change. Sometimes you attract people that are not in the same uh, vibration than you, the same
Yes.
thought as
Yes.
you,
Yep.
but they can meet you there if you sometimes are patient. They because everyone has their own time. So now he is kind of sharing the same journey with me. My ex as well, he's sharing the same as well. I have a few friends that I can talk, but it's not that many
Yeah.
yet.
So
Wow.
you feel like part of the work that you do with your inner spirituality is a little bit of activating people around you in your personal world, because you do that in the, as Joe was saying, in the macro and the out in the world, but in your inner world, do you feel that there's that just that soft, gentle little switch?
Yes,
Yeah.
like you're planting little seeds.
Yes.
And yeah, and then sometimes like will grow, sometimes not. But I
Yeah.
hopefully the more seeds I spread, more beautiful flowers will grow.
Mm.
So beautiful.
Have you had to, in that way, Marie, have you had to choose, in choosing yourself, needed to create healthy boundaries around what you choose to interact with and what you choose to allow into your life?
So she understood like how I did to create boundaries for myself. I'm
Well,
still learning if it
Yeah.
was that. I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
still learning how to put limit. Yes. Um, as I said, I was growing up with a feeling that I need to prove. So
Yeah.
when you prove yourself, is kind of, oh, I can do that, I can do it. But I'm learning to stand up, and normally I think first. This is what the person is asking is something that would make me feel good or make me feel bad. Is I question what make me feel, and then uh, decide to move forwards or give an honest answer if you're gonna do or I'm not gonna do. Of course, I don't want to become a person that is kind of selfish, because it's very, very important that you do things from others. This is the beauty of life. You cannot just choose, because that's complicated. People might if in different language, people might interpret me
Yes.
bad,
Yep. Yep.
but sometimes I feel that people are misunderstood self-love with selfishness.
Oh yeah.
That is a very thin line,
Yes.
because I'm hearing so much. I need, I want, I deserve, I this, but and then they ignore completely all the people around. That
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we need to make conceptions,
Yep.
no
Yep.
deceptions,
Uh,
deceptions.
yeah.
Yeah,
The exceptions.
exceptions.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So of course you need to keep your boundaries, as I said, like to see what is going to do is gonna hurt me, is bad for me, is cause harm to me, like gonna stress me or whatever you need to do.
Mm.
But also need to make clear that you still need to step on to help others. And
Mm.
sometimes you're gonna be uncomfortable. So you need to make it clear if it's just uncomfortable or actually it's bad for me, because it's also very, very thin line, the uncomfortable and what is bad. For
Yeah.
example, today I was having stomach pain. There's so much nervous I was like, oh,
Oh.
how am I gonna be able to talk? I'm gonna be able to understand how I'm gonna express myself. And then I said to Stuart, that is my part. Maybe I'm just gonna cancel that because yeah, I don't have anything to tell. I'm not important. Why do you no? Why do you invite me? No, let's cancel everything. So if
Wow.
I follow this, probably I'm gonna say no. It's not good for me. It's making. I'm sure it's making you stressful. So
Mm.
no, but
Oh
was fear talking.
yeah.
Wasn't something bad. Was fear. So
Yeah.
we need to, and this is with selfishness and self love as well. You need to uh, remember that we are in the world as a whole as well, and sometimes you need to help other people. And I see this very clear in motherhood, because sometimes
Mm.
I see mothers that it's really hard to live their lives. uh, Now they want the same life before have kids. They don't want to change. They don't want to make any adjustment for priority to
Yeah.
start to prioritize the kids.
Yes.
And I feel part of me feels sad because when you become a mom, your life change. It's normal. Slowly will come on track again, but you need to have patience and give yourself for this little one for a while. And it will be sacrifice. You're gonna not gonna sleep. It's gonna be painful, like sometimes, and that doesn't mean that it's bad. So these are the boundaries. Sometimes it's difficult to see. Uh, of course, I want my time back, but I also want my child to be happy and
Yeah.
emotional, healthy. So I need
Yeah.
to be present, and for me to be present there, maybe I need to absent in something else, and need to be the balance. Again, I probably complicate everything and answer everything, but
No,
not.
no.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for listening to your heart and not your
Mhm.
head.
Yeah.
And coming on because
Today, yes, thank you.
thank you. We're so honored to have you sitting
Yes.
here with us. And the other thing I wanted to say too, it must be. I'm getting to that. I mean, even though you may see it as a distraction or
Mhm.
um, the now I'm finding it hard
Yeah.
to find words. Um, with the difference in language, the language barrier,
Mhm.
I'm thinking for you being in a country that doesn't speak the same language, you really have to
Mm.
tune in that little bit deeper into that heart space to feel like what you were just saying, what
Mhm.
is right, what is wrong, what feels good, what feels, it's actually a gift for you
Mhm.
being there, because it's another layer of you tuning into your intuition and your feelings to be able to know what is right and what's wrong.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. I think when you came to a come to a different country, you need to be more close to
Yeah.
yourself because
Mm.
you're the one that you depend on, because
Yeah.
you cannot communicate with people very well, you cannot express yourself very well, it's very very
Yeah.
uncertain.
Uncertain. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so this is also helpful for you to meet yourself, your true yourself, because it's the only one that is there for you when you
Absolutely.
this big change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Is your husband from the UK or from Brazil?
UK.
Okay. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. It was a big difference of culture as well.
Yes,
Brazil
I was
and
going to
UK.
say big cultural difference.
Yeah.
Yes, we're still learning sometimes. But yes, he's from UK.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And the thing, as we're just sharing then, with being in different cultures in different countries, it's a little bit like when you have like not hearing or no sight, your
Mm.
other senses become more enhanced, and sometimes you're observing things from a more sensitive awareness, and perhaps seeing more than some of the other people in the room because of that reason too.
Mm.
Does that feel like something that with your writings has kind of enhanced your sensitivity to your spirituality and your line of communication?
Maybe. Let's say part of me think I have a connection.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
for example, my sister is very clear she has a connection. She heard like, oh, a voice told me that. A voice told me that, and she got right things very quickly. But for me, it's different. For me, it's more subtle. She used to say to me that I have my very strong intuition. For
Yep.
example, she was with a guy, and I said to her, something is not right. Don't like, I don't think this guy is for you. I don't think this guy is for you. I say many things, but I cannot explain why. And then today she broke up with him because he showed himself very aggressive, like
Okay. Yep.
was close to the so she saw. But part of me knew. I always said, don't,
Yeah.
please try to give distance. And happen. When I was very young, I had a dream with my cousin. My cousin, she couldn't have kids, and the doctor said, maybe try to think abduction or something else, because I don't think it would be possible for you to have kids. And then she was sad and everything. And then I dreamed that she used to have a poodle, a dog. And this dog run, and he jumped on her lap. And when he jumped on her lap, he became a baby. And then I woke
Oh,
up. And then I told my father, I said, I think Andrea is her name. I said, she's pregnant. I had to finish, she's pregnant. He said, don't say that. You know how sensitive is the subject. The doctor already said, don't say anything. Blah, blah, blah. They said, okay, but just feel that she is. And then he went to visit my auntie. And then he doesn't know she was at home because normally she wasn't at home at this time. And he was talking to my auntie. He said, oh, Marie had a dream, and she's insisted that Andrea is pregnant. And then she was at the kitchen and she dropped a plate because she just did the test and she was pregnant, but she didn't tell anyone. So I have like some lots of phrases that I do in my art came from my dreams as well. I just woke up and I write down the phrases. I have a note on my iPhone with art's ideas. So I write, and then this became a text afterwards. This became art afterwards. So I think my dreams is big part of this. I dream with my two kids. The first
yeah.
it might be strange now, but my
No,
my
not at
first
all.
my first my first daughter. I was hearing some. I joke that I came to take her from the Vikings because
Oh,
I was hearing someone singing, lots of voices singing. The only word I could understand was Valhalla. And then after I searched like Valhalla, it's this kind of the Viking. And then
yeah.
I continued walking, and then was a path in the grass, and I was continue walking. And then at the front of me was a man with white clothes. And then I saw the man. I said, "I'm gonna turn around, go to the other side." And then I went to turn around, and he said, "No, you need to continue. You are the right path." Then okay. And then I continue walking, and then I looked to my side. Was like a lot of children, always dressed in white as well. Was there, and then he told me, "You need to pick one." Uh,
Oh,
And then I said, "No, they are not my children. I'm not gonna pick one. No." Then he said, you need to." And then I looked, and by the side was a little girl, like with hair, like short hair. She
yeah.
was with a white dress, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and then like we made the connection. We didn't say anything, and then he just said, "You can continue now." And then I continued. Then I went to a place with lots of women, and then they make me to write circles on the wall. Don't know why. Maybe something is. And then she just said, "Yeah, it's her." And then I woke up, and then I had the feeling like I wasn't trusting my dream, but I said
Yeah.
to her, I said, "Baby, if we have a kid, will be a girl, and she is Viking."
Oh, wow.
But I wasn't that sure yet, because
Yes.
it's difficult for you to trust it's just only a dream or
Yeah.
is real. And then she was born, she was a girl, and she was very similar to my dream. Now I can see she was almost 3 years, so I can
Yeah.
see it. And then with my second one, this was even weirder. I was in a place, kind of a village, and a woman with a very long black hair, she was crying. She was crying so much.
Oh.
And then I knew in my dream that was because her son was sick, they said. And then I said, "Whoa, she's crying so much. He must pass. Maybe something bad happened." I went there and hugged. "I'm so sorry." And then is all okay. Then she say, "Oh, you want to see him?" Then I said, "Yes, okay." And then she showed me the baby, and the baby was kind of. I used it to the image that came to me was a dragon
Yep.
with pointing ears, like different face, but he was laughing a lot, like giggling and like
Oh.
moving his legs. And then in my dream, I knew she was gonna bury him alive.
Oh.
And then she said, "Oh, this is not from God. That's not no. I don't want this child.
Mm.
Uh, 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 it's not nice." Then I said, "No, you cannot do that. He's not from here. It's just that he's not from here. He's very special. He's gonna do beautiful things. Don't do that. I will
Oh.
take care of him. Don't do that.
Ah.
I will take care of him. Give to me." And then she said, "Mom, you're gonna live far away, something like that. But doesn't know I'm gonna be around, but give to me, don't do that." And then I woke up. And then when I woke up, then I said to Stuart, our next kid will be a boy.
Dragon.
And a dragon. Don't know what means, but it will be a dragon. It's a boy. And he's here and he's a boy. And actually he's very similar to the my dream. Like of course he doesn't have the pointing in the dragon, but his smile face and the giggling all the time, like is very much my dream. So I have many dreams and I have lots of dreams related to that sequence. That I'm not sure what means exactly, but I have loads of dreams that I think. Yes, and sometimes, as you said, I go to a place and I have the feeling that it's good or it's bad, or person when you meet someone, you straight away like make the connection, or you are more reserved, something. So I think I do have some inspiration that came from not me.
Yeah.
Yes,
To do it.
connection
Uh,
from the other side.
The dream side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the dream plane. That's so beautiful.
Do you feel that with all the writing that you do, that you'll ever write a book?
I what?
Do you feel that with all the writing that you do now for Magic Alchemy, do you feel that you'll be ever called to write a book?
Maybe one day. Let's
Yeah.
say I was thinking maybe just to put all my texts together with the arts for first, because we'll become like a book oracle people can open and see, and myself as well. Maybe in future something more big, but
Yeah.
part of me is not ready, I think so. But maybe in future,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always time.
yes.
So with your illustrations, where do they come from? Are they from a dream, or are they from you? Is it like a download, or is it just your imagination?
Is like the image is to try to represent the phrase or
Yeah.
the idea that I want to pass. The image always came after the idea was born in my mind,
Yes.
or dream, or sometimes I'm reading a book and I have the insight, oh, that could be a very good illustration. I can portray this in that way. And then things will start to create in my mind.
Yeah.
And normally
Yeah.
when I'm creating, actually it's changing, like I'm changing in the process. It's not like a determinate process, like
Yeah.
is go with the flow. Uh,
Love
but
that.
but always start with the idea or the feeling that I want to pass. This is why I have the alchemize that offer as well to people, because sometimes you have the feeling, you have the idea, and you can transform this in image, in a art. So is better for you to see and feel, because you can hear, you make you feel something. If you
Yeah.
see, you make you feel something different. So you can use all your sense in different god,
Ways.
yes, that's the word. In
Yeah.
different way.
I love that. Yeah,
I like it too.
we are sensory beings, aren't we? And as you said, that we often will, get immersed in the language or the words, and that otherwise the picture can say it all. Or, I think even though you talk around with not speaking English very well or this or that, your voice actually is beautiful to listen to.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
it
so
would be
much.
another way to experience your magic.
Thank you so much. And about the people have also different interpretation. Probably you're gonna
Yeah.
look at that I did, and you have a different message that came to you, a different that do come to you or to me. And it's the beautiful of art as well, because the idea is there, but everyone can receive this differently in resonance the moment that they are now.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, because you can look at a picture and I can see something completely different to what Amanda sees, but it can be
Yeah.
what we need in that moment. And then tomorrow I could look at the same picture and I might see something different again. Yeah.
Yeah, even the right as well is the same, because the right and the art, they can meet you at the where you are now,
Yeah.
and then will be different tomorrow, as I said, or and after tomorrow so you can have
Mhm.
different. When you read a book, sometimes you read a book and you have one
Mm.
perception, and then you read again. Oh, how I missed
Yeah.
that! Like you, so you have a different perspective. And it's the same with
Abs-
art and the writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is fluid, isn't it? Everything, and I
Yes,
think that comes down to the vibration. Like,
Mm.
at the time, either our own vibration or the vibration around us, or the vibration that
Mm.
is drawing us to read or watch or listen.
Mm.
Everything
yes.
seems has that fluidity.
This is why it's important. We always, it's hard, as I can tell for myself because I'm a very anxious person, but it's always nice to try to keep yourself in the higher feelings,
Yeah.
because I I like to think that we are kind of radios. When
Mm,
you change for EM
Yes.
or F,
Yes.
yeah.
you got to change this thing. So um, if you are feeling low, sad, like frustrated, anxious, you're gonna resonate with the same level of events and
Mhm.
things in your life that is in the same uh,
Frequency.
frequency. Yes, it's
Yeah.
the same. So you cannot go up if you are feeling this. But if you are like trying to motivate yourself, trying to feel good, try to do things to keep yourself in the higher vibration, you're gonna match the frequency, the
Yeah.
nice frequency, and then the lowest one cannot hit you.
Yeah.
So this is why I think I see myself as a kind of a radio. Or my life is a radio, and I'm trying the frequency. I try to keep the high one, but it's hard
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You're the volume dial.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Or
I
the
love that.
or the beautiful beacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful. Now we've gone so quick already. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Oh
yes.
There's a couple of questions we're going to ask just before we wind down. So, what do you do now to support yourself to stay in the moment, like to stay more present? Yeah. What do you do that? Do you have any practices, or do you have an altar yourself, or?
no, I don't.
I love your honesty.
I should have, but I don't.
You have a
Sorry.
lovely statue of Buddha behind you, or is that Krishna? You have a
Yeah.
lovely statue behind you, and the
Yeah,
flowers themselves.
Yes.
it's not an altar. It's just like a place that I love crystals. So when I found one, I always stones. I put there. Like have one that even Stuart went to a volcano in Italy and he brought me
Ah.
a lava. I think
Mm.
I never
Yeah.
saw. Yeah,
Oh.
so I kind
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that
Lava.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
of have this, but
Oh.
it's not an altar that I light candles and like my grandma used to have and pray.
Yeah.
When I want to come back to myself, normally is nature. I
Yeah.
like to go for a walk. I sit outside. I like to observe, like just focus on something. Um, I'm very good to just contemplate. Like
Yeah.
I can sit, I can have a cup of tea and look around. Book is a way to if I want to read something, like just focus on what I'm reading
Mm.
and like I think it's just try to enjoy what you're doing now,
Mm.
because with the life that is going around us, it's really hard because it's so rushed. Like it's so much things happening all the time. With my routine with kids as well, sometimes I see myself doing four times at the same three four things at the same time
Mm.
and try to balance everything. But sometimes I need to just calm down, and
Mm.
even with my kids, for them to be present for them. Like if my daughter want to play, I will try to sit and play with her, like give
Yeah.
attention. Like I'll play voices, I'll cook fake food for her, I'm gonna eat. So I'm gonna enjoy that moment to keep
Yeah.
me more calm. Sometimes I have so many
Mm.
things to do, and part of me thinking, oh, I shouldn't be playing, I should be working, I should find a way. But then no, she will be
Mm.
that age just once. Let's focus. And then like
Mm.
I we need to I think need to start always try to um, tell your voice what to do, because
Yeah.
always you have this kind of noise in your head, thinking too
Mm.
much, saying too much. So sometimes just, "Shh, I'm doing this."
I love that.
So
Tip
with
it.
you, so with you on that one.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of the healthy boundaries, Marie, is like even with ourselves, we have to have those healthy boundaries of quiet that big loud noise in my brain, let the inner child come. Because I think being a parent with young children, we rediscover ourselves a lot. And
Motherhood made me reborn again.
Yeah.
That
So beautiful.
was a big change for sure.
Yeah. For all of us. I'm a grandmother now, and that's a whole nother level again of
Yes.
change.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you see things completely differently as I did as a mother. It's really beautiful.
Really? My
Yeah.
God. I'm still surviving from becoming a mother. So
Well, I wanted to share that for me when you're sharing like that, the as a mother to stop and enjoy the little moments with your children and to play and those things. I remember when my children were little, my auntie and my mother used to care for my children sometimes, and sometimes I would get envious because they got to play more than I did. So
Yeah.
with my children, sometimes balancing, all the things, home,
yeah, it's
work, all the things,
Yeah.
So,
difficult. It's difficult. And when you become a mother, like I used to have I hate routine.
Yeah.
I use it to have my time to do my things when I want, like all the time. When the first children was born, I break. I was my God, what have I done? What am I gonna do
Yeah.
with my life? Like I went to lower again, like
Yeah.
I said, but then I raise again after. But
Mm.
I feel as a better person, like way more less selfish than I was before, like
Yeah.
able to give part of me without expecting anything back at all. Because part of us normally expect things. How we're gonna do this, and people will think that we're gonna do this, and people will, I don't know, we kind of, even if it's a little bit, we expect something. And with motherhood, you just do it. You don't think, don't expect anything, don't even love back. You just do because you know it's right, and you should love.
Yeah.
So
That,
changed me a lot as well.
that never changes.
No.
We have adult children, and that never changes.
Yeah. Still a fierce love.
It is. It is.
Huge, but it's
Yeah.
scary at the same time.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
So we're going to come to the point where it says to finish our beautiful time together and ask you, Maria, how do you see the world and what do you see next for us with the world?
Oh, the word is difficult.
Yeah.
But sometimes I see the world as a place that need to evolve a lot. Even more like times like this, that there is so much going around, and people are afraid. Sometimes you question, we as humanity are going to the right path. We're gonna meet that. We're gonna start to think as a whole for once. Um, but then the other day I woke up and, oh, beautiful trees, beautiful sky, life is
Yeah.
good. And I think we are on track. Normally depend how I am in my life, but I do think, I'm not sure if it's just the internet, because bring people close now easily, because in the past I will never meet you two probably, so I will never know that you two are just beautiful souls,
Yeah.
and like thinking so beautiful things, doing so beautiful work. I will probably think that I am alone in
Yeah.
this journey. But now we can meet different persons that are meeting, or journey as well. We can follow together. So this make me believe that I think we can expect that in the future will be brighter than we
Mm.
than we are now, because I can see more and more people more interested in this spiritual life, in what came next, what's the meaning. Of course, we still have the bad side, the people that are still um, lost in the
Yeah.
in the darkness. Let's say that maybe, but I like to think, for my sanity,
Yeah.
that the world will be a little better and a little better and a little better, and we're gonna bright again.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that the part of, that yes, the internet is a wonderful thing because we get to connect with so many more souls. And if more of us connect, we can create like a brighter light for to shine on for the people that are kind of maybe stuck in some darkness, and hopefully lift that frequency, that vibration up that you talked about, and make it easier and better for others.
And plant the small seeds. There was an article on my Instagram as well that you spread light seeds, and then some will grow, some not, and that's the beauty.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Thank you so much for all the seeds that you plant of light and love and inspiration and connection and a beautiful heart-centered, authenticity. Yeah. Thank you so much for the gift of you, Marie.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm receiving well, and I'm glad I can do that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay. You were amazing. For our listeners,
I say, my God, I say that.
No, it was all perfect. For our listeners, we will put all of the information for Marie at the bottom of the show notes, and we'll put all of her links to her Instagram and everything as well. But thank you so much for joining us all the way over in the UK. We've loved every minute sitting with you today.
Me too. Thank you so much for receiving me and for be patient with my English and everything. Thank you so much.
Obrigado.
Nada.
Thank you for listening to our Girl Awakening podcast. We are also on YouTube as Girl Awakening. We'd love to see you there with comments on how our guests resonated with you or your own awakening. Please share the love with a like and subscribe while you're there. A blissful thank you to Ksenia Luki, the amazing artist behind our theme song. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.